Of gains. So today we're gonna cook breakfast and lunch, and it's gonna be an interesting one because you're gonna go through the whole process with me, which is great. Okay, so let's do it. Put this on first. Wait for somebody to come in. Ideally, not yet. Let's wait for somebody to come in. Yo, today we're cooking breakfast and lunch live, brother. Let me actually put my headphones so you can hear me better. Right? That should do it. Ta-dum. Breakfast and lunch live. That's what I'm trying to put this motherfucking headphone, but they not working. Let me know if you can hear me. So I'll tell you, I'm walking through. So while I'm cooking, doing bacon, right? Got the bacon going, turkey bacon. Turkey bacon with 3 eggs, butter, cheese, and a banana. That's what we're gonna eat for breakfast. And then after that, we are going to cook chicken, which is right here, with onions and pepper, which is right here. And then you can ask me anything you want as I cook the breakfast. That way, I help you, you help me, and we help each other. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start making the bacon. It's kind of a keto meal, if you kind of like that, right? Nothing else. Bacon, eggs, butter, cheese, and a banana. But as I wait for this to cook, I'm gonna eat a banana because I'm hungry as shit. And yeah, cannot do that. I just came from the gym, did a full upper body workout. Now I'm hungry as a motherfucker. So you guys can ask me anything while we wait for the bacon to get cooked up. And I eat this banana. This is how you make lean gains. Eating real food consistently, discipline, day in, day out. You know what I'm saying? So this banana is good as a motherfucker. Word up. Word up. I see some people in the live. What up? What up? What up? What up? What he do? What he do? Cooking breakfast, lunch to build that muscle mass, to stay lean, get lean, to help your brain. You gotta eat good food. Somebody's laughing. I don't know why they're laughing, but they are. And yeah, that's how we play this road, man. Yeah, I usually do this live for Q&A as I'm doing things, but a lot of times you guys ask weird questions or no question or funny questions. So Dominican Power, what up? What it do, Joe Moreno? How you doing, bro? You know what it is. That's the vibe. Dominican Power, bro. Getting some breakfast going. Keto breakfast. Well, not really, because I just ate a banana. But yeah, get this shit going, man. While we wait for that, for the things awake, for the bacon's awake. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing, my brother? You working now? You eating? You hanging out here? What up? What up? What up? What up? Talk to me, my brother. I'm doing good, my brother. That's what I like to hear. That I love that, man. That's what's up, bro. Yo, this is a quick trick that I learned while doing bacon. When you do the bacon, put a little bit of water so it doesn't stick, and I don't know, man. It cooks better too. Word, like it does cook better when you do that. Okay? Yo, my brother John, where you from, brother? Where you from? Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm so hungry right now that I'm working on patience right now. Patience, patience, patience. Which is all about what I talk about. Working on yourself mentally, physically, because life is real. It's not just motherfucking gym. Miami. Oh shit. You live right. Yo, I heard that it's cold right now in Miami. One of my boys, he just posted something on Instagram that the weather be going crazy. Like it be cold, it be hot. What's going on, man? What do you think about that, bro? I be thinking that the weather, they be controlling the weather nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like with all this technology we have, they have control about a lot of shit. That's why the weather be crazy. Like right now, I'm in New York, and for the past 2 weeks, it was hot as hell. Like a couple of days, and then it got cold out of nowhere, like really cold. So, isn't it? My brother Dart's crew, what he do, brother? What's good? What's good? What's good? Yo, you say it's true. That's true. That's true. It is. What do you? What's true? You got to explain. You know what I'm saying? I'm just reading your comments, so it's really hard for me to know. My brother Jar Crew official is from India. Yo, shit. Yo, talk to me about India, my brother. I don't know shit about India. How's India right now? What you guys doing? What's going on with all this craziness in India? Talk to me, man. And ask me the question too if you want to get in shape. There's a link in the description to work with me one on one. If you know what I'm saying, you don't want to waste your time asking questions and watching videos. All right, so the bacons are done. Let's do the eggs now. See? Boom. So this is how I like to do the eggs, man. This is me though. Yeah, we want it's one of my favorite eggs variation. So I just you know, do with the butter. I just move it around in the thing. That way, I'm not even consuming any butter pretty much because it's so little bit of the amount that it doesn't even count, bro. Even though I count it though. Then dump the eggs. One, two, three. Boom, right there. And I put a timer, 2 minutes. Put a 2 minute timer right there. Boom. And then I cover up so it can steam on on the top. And then you know what I'm saying? That's how players do it. My bro say, come and meet me. Hey, yo, I don't think that's gonna happen. My brother. Mike Manson, my favorite. You know what it is, brother? That's how we play strong. My bro Hugo Ramos said, bro, have you ever tried the 1 a week workout plan for Mike? Um, I do Mike Manson principles, which is high intensity training. Heavy duty is just the name that he put to his business. And I actually just came from the gym. I did a heavy duty upper body workout. I do use his principle of training to failure, one set, and resting, recovering before going to the gym. But I don't do one shit a week. I do at least 2 times, so minimum 2 times a week, maximum 4 times a week. So 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off. And then I take 2 days off after like 3 days of workout. Then I keep going. And I usually do full body workouts, upper body workout, or leg push pull. That's it. And like I said, on, off, 2 days off. That's what I do. So I do follow his principle, but I don't work out once a week because I like to work out and I'm not tired. How many calories are you consuming a day? I'm consuming around 2,000, 2,200 calories, 160 grams of protein, sometimes, usually 100, 200 grams of carbs, and around 70 to 90 grams of fat. give it a take. That's what I do. Our brother Dark Cruz said, day one, chest and back. Let's fucking go. That's how players do it. Week 3 days, week 3 days gym only. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 3 days a week. You know what I mean? I like 3 days a week because you know. Oh, see, 2 minutes up. 1 second. So now, see that? Watch this. This is the trick when you do this shit, right? Watch. Now, see, it looks like a pizza, right? My children they call it pizza egg. I don't even need to cook it on the top, but I like doing it, right? So you do this, right? You got to be a master chef to do this. I do this with the pancakes and everything. Look at this. Look at this. You got to be a perfect flip. Watch. Hopefully, it doesn't fall on the floor, motherfucker. Boom, player shake. I'm used to doing this shit. All right. So now this is done, right? The eggs are done, the bacon is done, and now we do this right here. Boom. And what we do is to finish it up, I put a 1 second piece of cheese square. My favorite cheese, this one, monster cheese. This is my favorite. And for the one that was wondering, 80 calories, 7 fat, 7 protein, no a little bit of carb. You know what I'm saying? Like around no carbs actually, even better. So now I do this. Boom, put it right here. Now we have. There's more bacon, but you know what I'm saying. This is my breakfast most of the time. I eat it by itself with some fruits or maybe with oats. That's it. Now we move on from breakfast. Now let's get going with the chicken. And you got to track your calories, bro. If you're not tracking, you're slacking, okay? So everything is tracked on my fitness pal. Let's first clean up. Give me 1 second, brother. That's it. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's move on to the chicken now with rice. So I already have the rice right here. Done. We're just gonna cook the chicken. Boom. Turn this shit on. That. And we are going to use oil to cook the chicken. It tastes much better than fucking steaming chicken. That shit it sucks, man. So what I like to do is 1 serving of oil, and this is my favorite oil right here for cooking. You know, grapeseed oil. And this is what you got to track. Everything has calories, motherfucker. You see 120 calories for 1 serving, which is 14 grams. And I have my scale right here. I'm not talking shit. I'm doing this shit, right? So I'm gonna do 1 serving, which is a little bit. So I know how much I'm consuming. A lot of people say they want to lose weight, they want to get in shape, but they just swinging everything. It ain't gonna happen, brother. You got to track. You got to know how much. There it is, 14 grams. Boom. Now, do these. Let's see how many grams of onions and peppers. Boom. 60 grams. All right. This is how you get in shape, man. It's not just thinking in your head, like, oh, I think I ate that much. No, 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 no. How much? Be specific. Okay? Okay. Put this up. Move it around. Yep. And I like to cook my chicken for about 10 minutes. So I put a timer. Like to mess around with numbers, man. Now we're gonna calculate the chicken too. See how many ounces or how many grams of chicken we have going on here. I like to use a little bit of paprika, and I use adobo because I'm Spanish and this is how we do it, man. Hey, do a little bit of this shit. Boom. All right. Now we're gonna see how many grams of chickens we have here. Probably like 8 ounces, something like that. If you don't know what's here, we got uh, onions and pepper. In case you came now and you don't know what the fuck I'm doing. With oil. All right. So we dump the chicken in. That's about 366 grams, which is about 13 ounces of chicken. But that's bullshit because when you cook it, it gets smaller. So that's the thing. When you measuring your carbs, you want to measure it raw. When you measuring your protein, you got to measure it cooked because when you cook the protein, chicken, beef, whatever, it becomes smaller because it lose water and a whole bunch of shit. And when you measuring your carbs, it gets bigger. When you put rice to the, I mean, water to the rice, it gets bigger. You put water to the, oh, it gets bigger. See, you, carbs, you measure it dry. Protein, you measure it cooked. I'm giving you guys the game to make the real game. All right? The game to make real game. Now all you do is you just cover this shit up and you leave it there for, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Uh, as we wait for the chicken to get cooked, now I'm gonna eat my breakfast. You know what I mean? The breakfast that some of you guys saw me do, I'm gonna eat it now. Yeah, clean it up real quick. Bam, 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 bam. So as we wait for the chicken to cook, eat some breakfast and ask me anything you want, brother. Got it right here. My brother. Some people ask some questions. Let's see what you guys said. My brother said, thanks, no problem. Hello from Argentina. What up, Martins? Long time no see, bro. My bro Nerso. Bro, he peep short. That's sassy ass. No, these are underwears, man. I just came from the gym, brother. You know what I'm saying? But we out here. Don't worry about it, brother. We're eating keto breakfast. Bacon, eggs, and cheese. But I had a banana before this, so it's not really keto. Yo, Nelson, how you been, brother? What do you do? I'm doing good. How long you been training with hit? With hit, I believe if I would say consistent with hit, 2 years long. But in general, probably like 3 years and a half because on and off. But let me tell you something about hit, man. A lot of you guys, I don't think you guys understand how the shit works. One second. This is gonna be good content for the people that watch Mike Mensa. Listen to this. So my message suggests that you train once a week, once every 4 days, once every 6 days. Here's why. This is the only reason why. Because you cannot train with high intensity training all the time. You cannot push your limits every single time. So you need rest. That's why he said train once every 4 days. If you wait 4 days for one fucking workout, you're gonna be well rested. Now, if you don't wait 4 days and you train like me, like Dorian J used to train like 2 day on, 1 day off, or 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off, off, off. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, weekends off, and the other day in between. After like 6, max 8 weeks, you gonna have to take a deload, meaning you're gonna have to lower the intensity. You're gonna have to chill the fuck out because your body won't take it. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna see like, yo, everything hurts. My recovery sucks. So all of that. So you cannot be pushing high intensity training fairly all the time. You need to take a time to chill out, to lower the intensity, to train regular. So that's why Mike Menser suggests, oh, instead of doing that, just take 4 days off or six between workouts, and you don't need to do that. But to me, that is really lazy because I personally like to work out and I like to work out hard. Pause. So I just train 3 times a week, 2 times a week, and that's enough for me to recover from. And yeah, and I don't give a fuck about bodybuilding. I just like to look good and feel good and do good things. So that's my philosophy. I use the high intensity training principle in a different way. You know what I mean? Which is good. My brother said, just hit back and bicep curl the best set of my life. I did 10 positive and 10 hard negative. My hand were hanging at the end. Yo, I know that feeling, bro. I know that feeling. What split are you specifically do? You do a leg push pull or something specific from somebody like my message shit or what? Mm-hmm. Bro said, I'm the heat enjoyer. What do you mean by that? That's not funny, man. Pause. The other bro said, Maria thinks I tried heat in numerous times of my life and was the only method that gave me gains, but I was always afraid to push truly to muscular failure. Oh, if it gave you the result you want, it gave you gains, like, and you said you was always afraid to push your failure. How the fuck were you doing hit? Like, you would just stop it in the point that it was like fine for you or something like that? Because there's nothing to be afraid of. It's like, so that's the shit that I was saying earlier. It's like training failure when you cannot do the rep correctly. That's say you fail. If you then start doing like, then that's when you're really gonna mess yourself up. You know what I'm saying? That's why it is muscular failure when the muscles give up, not when your head give up. It's like your head give up before the muscle. But if you got some more, you do some more. If you don't, then you don't. I like to call it training to form failure. That's my shit. When my form is shitty, I'm done. My bro said it's hit, not hit. You know what you talk about. H, you talk about HIIT and HIT is two different shit. High intensity interval training, that's doing cardio. High intensity training is doing weight hard, motherfucker. Bro, I only train delts and arms and back, no chest or leg. Yo, you wild enough. Nah, bro. That's a disrespect, my bro. You got to, if you want to be legendary, you got to train legendary. And the chest is just, it's kind of whatever, man. I don't like training stretch no more. I hate it, but I don't like it. Getting real gains in the best feeling is the best feeling in the world. Word? Mm-mm-mm. No, with motherfucking breakfast, man. I'm still hungry though. Now you gotta stay disciplined and not fucking go crazy. My brother said, yes, I understand, but I wouldn't be afraid if I trained with a partner. Well, listen, man. Oh man, I don't understand it. Shit. Why do you need people for, man? You just train until you can't. Like, why do you need somebody for? If you're doing some shit that is gonna be that it can hurt you, you know that right before you do it. Then you just don't push to the point where you're gonna get hurt. It's that simple. You're gonna die by yourself. You was born by yourself. Ideally, your mom was there, but you were. You're gonna live your life by yourself. You don't need people to be there to help you. That's cool, but if you depend on people, it becomes a habit, and once it's a habit, you're fucked. And you got to break habits, which is hard. And yeah, I don't like training with people. I like training by myself. All right, we finished with breakfast, man. Let's keep finished cooking. This shit is almost done now. Right. So the chicken, you guys, I left it there, right? We're gonna do the same thing we did with the bacon. A little bit of water. This is the Chico, man. See that? When you do this, I'm gonna show you how it looks when I finish. Now you just move around, flip it upside down, move around, roll it. Now it's juicy now. Pause. Juicy, right? So, so you don't eat dry chicken. That shit is crazy. I used to eat it when I first started. I didn't know what I was doing. It was cool. There's no need to do it no more. And we still. That's why I like to time it. You see, because now it's a little bit watery. Watery. I think that's the right way to say it. But we still have about 1 minute. So, well, that minute goes, it's gonna suck the water, and it's gonna be real good. Some brother said, let me see, the brother said, you shouldn't be afraid knowing your limits. That's right. Swat, swat your name daddy, whatever, man. That's right. You shouldn't be afraid if you know your limit, right? You just go and that's it. Today's chat is very active. I love it. Yeah, man. Having a good time here. Motherfuckers learning how to cook, what is hit, how to do it, when to do it, and push your limits. Brother said, yes, but I sometimes get the feeling that I could get one or two more reps with help. Yeah, that's when you will be needing it. But pushing your limits is just you pushing your limit. That's what's called. You push your limits. But if you can get extra reps with people, that's cool. Like the extra reps are gonna help you with the person helping you, but it's not beneficial. And I don't know, man. I just don't like training with people personally because this is my philosophy about training and everything. I teach people to master themselves through training, but not just training in the gym, training their mind and training life. Because everything we do, like we are creatures of creature. God damn it, creatures of habit, right? Anything we do habitually becomes the part of us, right? If you become a person that go to the gym, you go to the gym all the time, right? But if you become a person that consistently train with somebody or depends on somebody, you then become that person. That's why I like to do things alone. That's why I like to train to failure because I want to do my own thing. I want to push myself without needing anybody else. So when I'm alone or shit hit the fan, I'm responsible. I take responsibility, and I do that with my mindset. I read every day. I meditate every day, pushing my limits mentally too. And I do that in life, right? When people come crazy, some of you motherfuckers talking shit in real life, people talking shit. Since I train physically and mentally, now I can start behaving like that person. Start instead of reacting like, oh, no, no, no. I come down. I'm a warrior. I respond to it, and I think first, like, oh, okay, this person saying this is doing this. How can I actually respond to this, or just let it go? If there's something to do, I'll do something. If there's nothing to do, I'll let it go. Very simple. So that's how I see this fitness, this training shit. I see it more than just you training the body. Yeah, that's cool, man. But listen, I've been in really good shape, better than I am right now, right? And I actually felt like shit. And I was a shitty person because I wasn't training this. Then I realized, yo, I don't really like the person that I am. And I don't think people really like it. Some people were cool, whatever. And what I realized is like the biggest muscle we have is this. Look, I'm 32 right now. I'm going to be 33 in a couple of months. When I hit 50, maybe 60, I'm not going to look like this. But this right here, this stays, right? And you collect more information, more knowledge, you become better. This shit goes. So when you're training, train with intention, with a purpose, be focused, have structure, be consistent and disciplined, and push yourself. I hope that makes sense to you guys. That's how I see it. Mhm. Mastering the body through training, but not just the body physically, also mentally, right? So you could actually be a real motherfucker in real life. Okay? All right. So the brother said, uh, I said, I used to eat boiled chicken with no sauce or seasoning. I will be stuck chewing one piece for 3 minutes. Yeah, man, that shit sucks, bro. You gotta put seasoning on that shit. I don't even believe. Listen, that's the shit I hate about the social media shit. A lot of people talking, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, you could eat it. It's all bullshit, man. If you look at the people before us, they were living their life, and everything was fine. Now we have more information, and ideally, people is dumber. It doesn't kind of make sense to me, but that's how it is. And now people don't do this, don't do it. Like I heard so many things that you could not be eating. I'm eating them shit. I'm good. You know what I mean? I don't believe people. I know my own shit. I use common sense. You have to be little bit crazy to make the real hit. Uh, and you just push yourself, man. I think everybody that goes to the gym is crazy because you go into the gym with the intention of hurting your body. If you understand what I'm talking about, if not, then you don't know what I'm talking. Bro, what's your name though? My name is JT, brother. JT. JT. Mhm. Yes. I was always a crazy at this sometime plus squad routine. Yes, brother. I always prefer to train alone. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you got everybody that work out, like that like to work out is crazy because, like I said, you're going to the gym to hurt your body. Like literally, that's why when you work out, oh, I'm sorry, it hurts. Like, you know, but that's why I said training, like the mind too, right? Because you got to be aware of those things. You see how people talk freely, like, oh, you got to be crazy to go to the gym and train to failure. Nah, man. If that's how you see it, then that's how it is. To me, it's like I'm doing this hard shit. So when shit outside of the gym that is hard, uncomfortable, not fun, like it's easy. You remember when Tom Platt said, some of you guys mentioned Tom Platt, he said, the only way to go for failure is to win. If you're doing hard shit, man, squatting heavy, whatever, man, just push yourself. And then a motherfucker cross you over in the street. You think you're gonna give a fuck about that? You're gonna be like, oh, and somebody come talking crazy to you, you're not gonna care because you already did something harder. But that's only if you're aware. Only if you're aware. Let me show the brother the chicken that say he was eating plain chicken, man. Look at this shit, brother. See how it looks, man? It's a real chicken shit here. We got onions, peppers, oil, and then season. Yeah, it's a real shit, man. This shit tastes good. Just gonna cover up. All right. So I'm done cooking. I'm done eating breakfast. Now I'm gonna just do a quick Q&A for you guys, and then I'm out of here, man. For any of you guys that might be wondering or is curious or didn't know, I open up my coaching, one-on-one coaching, where I take you through everything that I know and that you need to get in shape and change your life from here first to here second. So then you can live a really good life, be happy, be a good person to yourself first, then somebody else. That's my philosophy of training. Thanks for the advice. No doubt, no doubt. Bro, what do you think of Dune Part 3 trailer? All right, this is a good question. Why do I think about Dune Part 3 trailer? Listen, bro, I don't listen to music and I don't watch TV. So you guys been hearing me talking about this a lot. If you listen to music and I'm motherfuckers talking about every day, I fuck bitches, I smoke weed, I drink, trust issue, motherfucker. That's what you're gonna become eventually. And you might not know this because that's just what you've been listening to. Listen, the brain doesn't filter the way you think it filters. Everything is brain, it takes literally. There's three brains that we have, or two, but the conscious mind, which is what I'm doing right now, I'm consciously talking to you about something that I know. And then the subconscious mind, which is the one that just take everything and then you just react. That's the emotional mind. So if you consistently listen to music, you're gonna get it. That's why there's some music that you feel it in your heart, pain, somebody lets you, or then some music you feel in your heart that it give you joy because the brain is connected to it, right? The subconscious mind. Now, watching TV, the same thing. You see when you watch something that is scary and you get scared, why did you get scared when you just watching it? Because the brain doesn't filter the shit the way it is. You just see it as literal, like a kid. So that's why I don't watch TV and I don't listen to music. Now, I will watch a movie here and there because I have kids and, I don't want to, it's whatever. But it's not something that I do. When I'm in the gym, I'm listening to podcasts or I'm not listening to nothing. I don't care. I'm probably recording content. And when I'm in my house, I'm usually just working or I'm listening to podcasts or reading books or meditating. It's just constantly training, mastering the body through training. That's my philosophy. That's my coaching. That's my life because I want to live a happy life. And in order for me to live a happy life, I need to be aware of myself, not just what movie do you think is cool, what this person did, what do they think, what did they say. Me, it is all here. So I hope that makes sense to you. And I don't know about the trailer, but I probably watched the movie because I have brothers and they probably gonna buy me to watch it. But I don't know about the trailer. The brother Martin said, "Do you get the feeling after training with heat control reps that every other person in the gyms are only moving weight? Everybody in the gym that is usually doesn't know about hit. That's my opinion, but for what I see, I've been training for 11 years. They just doing bullshit. Like they not really pushing. That's why they be in the gym for 2, 3 hours, and you see them doing it set after sets, and they look like shit because they doing shit. So." Yeah, most of the time, people is not training with intention and they not really pushing themselves 100%. My brother said, that meal is good. Bro, that shit is going to be good with chicken. I mean, with rice. Ah, my brother. Only he gave me gains. How this is even possible? Because it's biology. It's just how it is. When you push yourself, your body, your muscle through an uncomfortable situation, you break down the cells, the muscle cell, the tissue, they need to repair. And if you give it time, days of rest, they repair, they grow. That's just how it is. But yeah, it's nothing out of the world, just how it is. My brother Hugo Ramos again said, how tall are you and how much do you weigh, bro? I want to see where I can reach. I'm like 6'8" and I weigh, I'm not sure, man. I'm gonna be honest. Last time that I weighed myself, I was like 170. I probably gained some pounds, so I'm probably I don't know, man. I'm probably 170, 175, something like that. Yeah, I like to be 170, 180, but I don't be going to the gym that much nowadays. I just be working out at home. So if I go to the gym, I'll probably look bigger and more sharp. Always learning. That's right. Always learning. That's right. What books can you recommend? One of my favorite books that I've been reading for the past 2 months now, well, 3 months, is The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And it changed my life. It's the reason why I'm here talking to you because I found myself, I found my voice, I found my gift of life that I believe everybody gives a life is to share something good with other people, which is usually your own experience and what you know about whatever you happen to know. I'm a personal trainer, like certified personal trainer. So I was hiding for like years in faceless YouTube channel. As you can see, this channel was my mentor base. It's not gonna be that no more. And in person, I was in the gym working. A lot of people was like, "Yo, you great. You teach so well." And I was hiding. And other people, I have mentors. They was like, "Yo, why you not out here doing what you know how to do?" And it was because I was, what you asked me about a book, I was taking things personally. That's what he talked about. That's the four agreement. Be impeccable with your word, meaning say the truth, mean what you say, speak with love. Do not take anything personally. I was taking anything personally, my own shit and other people's shit. Do not make assumption and always do your best. So that book changed my life. And if you read it, I'm sure you're gonna change your life. And it's a short book too. Literally, it's like I read it almost every single day. I'm about to read it when I get out of here. So this is what I'm gonna do when I get out of here. I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna read the book, and I'm gonna meditate. And then I'm gonna work. What I'm doing right now. But you actually recommend what books? So, For Agreement, Think and Grow Rich, Breaking the Habits of Being Yourself by Dr. Joseph Spencer, um, um, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, and Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by, I think it's Steve R. Aker, something like that. And the other one by Tim Rover. Damn, what's the name? From Good to Great, I believe it is something like that. So those are the ones. But there's many other books that are good, but those are the ones. I usually read shit about mindset of business. So that's what I usually mindset. My brother said I was sub to the channel long ago, but never be able to chat it live. Yo, I appreciate you though. We here now, man. You're gonna see me more. That's why Nelson know me because he been coming to this shit. Do you watch UFC? Again, brother, I don't watch TV. Now, I'll tell you that something about that. This is a funny story. I used to do kickboxing and I used to fucking love it, man. And I was thinking there was a time because I was supposedly I was good at it. And the coaches they were telling me, yo, you should take this shit serious. And then some shit happened and I got into a fight outside of the shit. And they was like, yeah, you can't do this shit because I messed the motherfucker up. But I do like fighting. I do like that a lot. Bro said, do you work in cycles or how do you structure your program? So this is a good question. Do I work in cycle or how do I start? So this is I'm gonna go through the whole shit quickly because I'm about to get out of here anyway. I'm just answering questions. This is how I suggest anybody. If you are a beginner, start with full body workouts because you want to get familiar with training. You want to build a strong foundation from down all the way up. You want to get familiar with the movement, basic movement, just basic shit. And you want to repeatedly do the same thing. As you advance, after like a couple of months, maybe a year, whatever, upper lower, right? It's the same thing. You just now splitting everything that you was doing into the upper body, lower body, and maybe you want to focus in a body part that you want to bring up. Then after that, I'll move on to leg push pull, and I'll stay there maybe forever. Depends. Yeah, whatever, man. So once you do that, then you can find your balance of what type of workout you like based on what you did, but also whatever body part that you want to train and your lifestyle, right? There's a lot of shit we got going on. So I structure my workouts based on my lifestyle, right? I use one of those three routine that I told you. And if I'm really busy, like I got two kids, I'm a dad, right? I got a job, a girl, I got shit to do. I can't be fucking around. I got to be clean, cooking, all that shit. So ideally, I would just do full body workout or upper lower body. So like that way, if I go to the gym 2 times, I hit my whole body. If I go to the gym more, I hit my body a couple of times. So I would suggest do that. But also, you have to respect yourself. So if you tell yourself you're going to the gym 3 times a week, then it matters what happened, bro. You come first. That's why when you traveling, if you ever travel, they said put the mask you first, and then you put it to you, whoever is next to you, your kids or whatever. So if you tell yourself you're gonna go 3 times a week and you're gonna do leg push pull or full body, you do that regardless of how you feel. Now, if something drastic happened, that life happened, then you can take the life up, but you can take some time up, but you got to do what you got to do. So that's how I structure my workout, pretty much. I don't know if that makes sense. That probably didn't sound like a structure, but that's how I do it. Based on your lifestyle, bro. Facts. I be on my head all the time. That is so toxic. Yeah, bro. Most of the time, now is the time. Listen, man, we always in our head. The minute you wake up, you start thinking. So if you have a job that you hate, you're probably like, yeah, I gotta go to this bullshit ass job. You're already in your head. Then, or maybe you like what you do, or maybe you got kids that start going crazy. I got kids; they be going crazy in the morning, and we always in our head, which is why I was talking earlier. I'm probably repeating myself quite a bit, but it's I need to hone this. A lot of people understand. You need to train the mind. And I use the gym as a training field to train my body and my mind at the same time because I'm doing things that is uncomfortable. It hurts. And I keep pushing myself. And if I can do that, what else can I do? Then I train this with reading, meditating, and in real life. When situations, things happen, one of you guys could say some bullshit. I could choose to react and be a dummy, or I could choose to see it, take a deep breath, and question in my mind, why is this person saying this? Why is doing that? And then I could choose to respond or not to respond. Now it's I'm in control. I hope that makes sense. My guy Nelson said, "Bro, I'm the only one weirdo in this world that doesn't like a big chest. I give a man feminine. I feel it. It give a man feminine look. Big cannonballs, Dels is where the is at. They give you power. Look, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. I agree with you. Which is why I say I don't like training chest that much. But he's already big, so there's nothing I can do. I've been training. I've been practicing free handstand push up, and that's kind of a series that I'm kind of doing. But I've been doing it privately just because I want to be able to hold myself with my hands, but also because it works with shoulders. My brother Mantin said, I got you. Thanks, brother. I will continue pushing. Glad to chat with you. Much love, my brother. God bless you. Gonna try to join the next live. Have a great day. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. I hope this is helpful to any of you guys some way, somehow. And yeah, because when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at changes. My peeps, I'm about to be out of here. If you have one more question, let me know because I got it. I got shit to do. It's already 1 p.m. in 2 minutes. So you guys got 2 minutes before I go. Ask me whatever you want. Before I go, I want to say again, there's a link below to work with me one-on-one coaching. I don't work with everybody because I don't got time for people to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. Only with people that are serious about the shit that they want to change their life, not just their body, their life, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Peace out, my brother Marty. Much love. Nelson, you are my biggest fan. Yo, you know what, bro? Nelson, I like you, bro. I'm not gonna lie, you being here all the time. So in the application below, fill it up so that I can have your contact. And I want to give you something, man, something for free. So I want to get to know you better too. So just fill it up. I'll check it out whenever I get the time, and then I'll bring you into the coaching so you could have experience with it. My brother Hugo Ramos said, when you do handstand push-up, do you need to do lateral raises? Well, needing is a big word, right? Do we need to like? I'm gonna get philosophical again. Listen, the a human only needs to breathe to be alive. Eat food because if not, you're gonna die, and drink water and sleep. This is all we need as humans, or maybe clothes because you don't want to be going outside naked, right? As humans, that's all we need. Now you're asking me, do you need to do lateral raises when you do hands and push? That's a choice. If you feel like doing it, you go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. That's why structuring your training is very important. Like today, I did overhead press. Right, it mainly worked your front delt. I didn't do lateral raises because I'm trying handstand push up and because I didn't want to do it. Now, next time when I go and train, I'm probably going to do incline bench. I'm probably going to do lateral raises, and I'm probably not going to do shoulder press or whatever. Right. So it's not if you need it; it's do you have to or not, or do you want to or not. But needing is a big word. I hope that makes sense to you. It's already 101. I said it was going to be into one. So peace out. Appreciate everybody. Much love. See ya in the next life, probably next week. Take care.